I'm Mary Lee Lucas, and I'm the Executive Director of the Clarion County Historical Society. We're at the Clarion County Historical Society's Sutton-Ditz Museum. When you think of a museum, it's loaded with artifacts from all different periods of history and all different types of people, soldiers, children, housewives, you name it. So it's no wonder that there is some type of residual energy here. And I discovered that late one night. It was March of 2015, and I was here. March is Women's History Month, and so I was here late. All the volunteers had gone. It was 11:30, and I was trying to get a mannequin put together with a wedding gown to exhibit for the next day for Women's History Month, and we were having a tea. So anyways, it was getting late, I was tired, and I was running up and down the steps 50 times to get all the pieces for the mannequin to the third floor. Okay, so I was down here and I had forgotten the wig. So I ran back up the steps, and for some unknown reason, in the middle of the hallway up there, I stopped and I said, "If there's anyone here who wishes to communicate with me, I'm listening." And then I went back down, I was hurrying up, putting the wig together, and then all of a sudden, it was about 20 minutes later, the kitchen phone rang. Now, that may sound normal, but this particular phone is only used for outgoing calls to our alarm service. It's an unlisted number, and nobody really ever uses this phone. And it has a really faint, at that time, tinkly, long, wavering ring. Okay, so this phone rings, and it went ring, ring, and it startled me. I'm like, what the heck? Who would be calling on this number? And I just figured it was a wrong number. So I come over here, and it was really loud. You normally cannot hear that phone in the parlor. So I come out here and I pick up the phone, and it was all staticky, super staticky with clicks and pops, and it was like you could feel it, it was really weird. And all of a sudden there was a child's voice that said, "Mother." And I said, "What's your mother's name?" "Mother." And then total silence. I didn't hear it hang up or anything. It just went total silence. Well, needless to say, I ran out of here. I mean, it really got to me. So, weeks went by, we were busy, and I got to thinking, oh, good grief. Thomas Sutton, the man who built this house in 1850, only lived here for 3 years. He contracted typhoid fever in 1853 and died. And the day before, either 2 days or 1 day before he died, his 6-year-old son died here of scarlet fever. And then the widow went home to Pittsburgh after the funerals that were here in the parlor. And after that, 3 weeks later, the 8-year-old daughter died of scarlet fever. And they had lost 2 other children in that house before that time. So I looked up, we have a diary of Judge Campbell. And Judge Campbell was here at the same time as Thomas Sutton. Judge Campbell we have a diary. It had been printed, and we have a copy of it. And so I went and got it, and we started looking through, because it was March when this happened, the phone call. And so we're reading through, and he has it all documented in there. It's all documented about the funerals being here in the parlor. And the date was March 24th, 1853. And the date of the tea was March 24th. But it was the 24th or the 25th when the child died, and Thomas died on the 26th. But the tea was on the 24th. And I was here on the 23rd, but it was 10 to 12 at night. It was just really strange. So, and the other odd thing is, Now this phone rings twice. Before it never did. It was this really weird ding-a-ling, tinkly thing, you know, wavering, very long. But now it always rings 2 times. I like to think it was Thomas the child. He was named after his father. And I just like to think it's Thomas, you know, trying to reach out to somebody because he's probably pretty lonely here. And it's just interesting to me. And today with all the technology and, you know, all the ghost shows and all people really accepting this is maybe this really can happen. You know, I believe it can. And we're looking forward to having the paranormal investigators here again and see if we could reach little Thomas.